With the newest edition of Adventures in the Sea of Thieves officially launched, today we're going to be taking on the task of completing the Rogue's Legacy by recovering 3 keys that unlock Briggsy's hidden chests. We're going to be deciphering the codes to dig up these chests. We're going to be finding all 8 of the secret journals and turning in all 3 of the artifacts to the leader of the Order of Souls, Madame Olivia, at the Plunder Outpost, so she can perform the ritual needed to unlock Tasha's Enchanted Compass. Now, the newest Season 8 adventure is only available December 8th through December 22nd, 2022. So make sure you follow this guide to ensure you get it completed before the time runs out, or you won't be able to partake in this adventure and earn the 2 mementos, Tasha's Enchanted Compass and the Rogue's Apprentice. To start the Rogue's Legacy adventure, you'll need to first speak with Lorena at any active outpost across the Sea of Thieves. If you're unsure of where to find her, just check outside of any tavern. She's usually there catcalling all the seafaring pirates running by her throughout the day. And once you begin chatting with Lorena, choose the last option, Begin Adventure, to let her know that you're ready to help Madame Olivia at Plunder Outpost. Now, with your adventure underway, sail to Plunder Outpost, and once on the island, head over to the Order of Souls tent, where you'll find both Madame Olivia and Tasha inside. Begin dialogue with Madame Olivia, and choose to continue adventure.
Welcomes you. Your destiny lies elsewhere. Ah, another guest. I wish that I could welcome you under more auspicious circumstances. As you can see, I already have company. For Tasha has confided in me her most vexing problem. It's all right. You must show them the truth.
I don't know how it happened, but it's getting worse.
An insidious skeleton curse. Even in death, Captain Briggsy's recklessness endangers others. Those foolhardy adventures she bequeathed you.
Briggsy wouldn't. She was always kind to me. She wanted to help me be a pirate.
And yet she too succumbed to the same curse before ever finding the cure she sought. Still, her quest gives us hope. Do you have the book?
Years ago, Briggsy left me a treasure hunt. Lots of trinkets and knickknacks to find. It's all in here.
Briggsy's memories may hold the key to curing Tasha, but her skull has been drained of its knowledge. Using her belongings, however, I may yet be able to glean some insight. Tasha is in no condition to make the journey. You must complete this treasure hunt on her behalf. But knowing Briggsy, this will be no simple game. I urge you to be cautious and wish you luck.
Now, after Madame Olivia finishes filling you in on what's happening, she'll give you Tasha's lessons on becoming an adventurer book, Tasha's Enchanted Compass, and a checklist. Now, in order to save Tasha, you'll need to solve the lessons from the book to find the artifacts that Madame Olivia needs. However, when we flip through the book, we'll notice that crucial pages are actually missing. Oh my goodness, what are we gonna do? By looking at the checklist, we'll first need to defeat several of Briggsy's teacher skeletons and recover their keys. Briggsy's teacher skellies are unique skeleton captains that drop a key and a missing clue page from their book after they're defeated. But don't worry, it'll be easy to identify these guys, as the titles above their heads are actually in bright orange with the word Briggsy in it. Thanks, Rare, for having such faith in us that we wouldn't be able to figure that one out. At this point, you may be asking yourself, how on earth will I know where to find these skeleton captains? Well, that's where Tasha's Enchanted Compass comes into play. Equip Tasha's Enchanted Compass from your quest radial. Like any other enchanted compass, this compass will always point you in the direction you'll need to go. And in this case, Tasha's compass directs us to the skeleton captains guarding the keys we desperately need to obtain. And with Tasha's compass tight in hand, follow it to the island it directs you to. For us, the first stop was Shipwreck Bay. Now keep in mind, the shorter and faster the needle sways, that means the closer you are to your destination. And once you arrive at the island, hop off and follow the compass to the exact location where you'll find the skeleton captain. You'll know you're close when you hear the Order of Souls bounty voyage music. You'll find 2 guard skeletons and the skeleton captain. all of which will be wearing bandanas. Well, I suppose this was the easiest way to make them look a little different, and if you ask me, it does add a little extra flair. Now, once you defeat the guards and the captain, pick up your clue and the key and head back to your boat to follow the compass to your next location to find the second key. For us, the second key was found at the Sunken Grove. Once you've arrived at the island, hop off and continue to follow the compass to the skeleton captain. Vanquish the skeletons and the skeleton captain to recover Briggsy's key of history and another one of Briggsy's secret clues. Now, this part of our adventure is going to take us on a little bit of a different turn. Since we're so high up in the map, we're going to go ahead and make our way to Old Faithful Isle and Marauder's Arch to read the journals there. This will help you save a ton of time in the future. And you know how you could help me? By making sure you hit that like and subscribe button. I know you hear it all the time, but it really does help out a lot, and it lets me know what kind of videos you guys would like to see. If you're worried about encountering some unfriendly pirates and losing your keys, don't worry, you can do Old Faithful and Marauders later. Just make sure to use the chapters in this video to come back to the locations of the journals later so you can easily finish all of your adventure deeds. Now that you've collected 2 of the 3 keys and possibly read the secret journals on Old Faithful and Marauder's Arch, take out Tasha's handy dandy enchanted compass again and follow it to the Uncharted island at K9. Once you've arrived at the island, well, you know what to do by now. Finish off the final skeleton guards, the skeleton captain, and collect your last clue and key. These final items are crucial in completing this amazing adventure. With all the keys in tow, let's jump back over to the locations of some of the journals. We'll be starting on Old Faithful to recover 2 of the Dark Brethren journals. Finding these journals is definitely a little more manageable than we've been used to in the past, as you can find them in the very few spots of lush vegetation scattered around the island. The first journal is near the tail of the shark painting high up on the island on the south side. And the second one is near the highest watchtower at the island's center. There are also 2 more Dark Brethren journals on Marauder's Arch. Again, look for the areas of lush vegetation scattered around the island and you'll easily find these journals. The first one is located near the jaws of the sea beast at the northwest beach. The second journal is just past the arch as you reach the island's highest point. And with those 4 journals out of the way, let's get back to our adventurer's book. And thanks to the missing clue pages that we've recovered, we now know that lesson 1, Dig in History, takes place on Crooked Mast. Once there, you need to dig up Briggsy's chest of history, which will be in front of the 4 landmarks on page 5 and 6 in your book. Additionally, there's 2 more journals that we need to read on this island. Once on the island, find the dead tree from page 5 below the bridge. It's in the middle of the island. Dig in front of it to see if the chest is there. If it's not, find the white flag from page 5 up high on the south of the island. Dig in front of it to see if the chest is there. And if you strike out again, find the tail of storm rock painting from page 6 on the northeast side of the island. Dig in front of that rock and see if the chest is there. And if you still haven't found the chest, there's only one more place it can be. Find the bell from page 6 on the southeast side of the island and dig in front of it and find your chest. And with that, Briggsy's chest of history has been found. Take it back to your ship and use Briggsy's key of history to open it. Inside, you'll find the first artifact, the ancient tablet. With lesson 1 complete, it's time to solve lesson 2. But before you go, make sure you read the 2 journals here. And as we've discussed before, there are 2 other Dark Brethren journals on the Crooked Mast. Just like before, we can find these journals, guess where? That's right, lush vegetation scattered around the island. The first journal is near the tail of the storm painting on the North Rocks. And the second journal is by the 3 painted tentacles on the island's south side. With the missing clue page for lesson 2 now in your journal, we'll need to solve the riddle on page 12 in order to figure out where our next chest is located. The clue mentions playing dice on Galleon's grave and sailing to Kraken's fall, and somewhere in the middle of the 2 is a buried chest. If we make our way to our ship's map and follow a direct line between Galleon's grave and Kraken's fall, there's only one island between the 2 of them, Rock Isle. That is where we'll be heading next. Once on Rock Isle, match your skeleton and palm tree to the identical landmark. Don't worry, this isn't a very big island. It should be quite easy once you find it. Dig up Briggsy's chest of inspiration, and after taking it back to your ship, make sure to open it up with the chest of Briggsy's key of inspiration, and you'll find Briggsy's dice artifact. Lesson 2 down, only one more to go. By looking at your adventurer's book, completing lesson 3 might seem like a daunting task. And in order to complete this, we need to look for landmarks all over the island to solve the puzzle on the island depicted on page 15, Kraken's Fall. But if we read our clue, we'll find that it says that our first clue is that only one of the monsters is skewered, like a figurehead. And if you're unfamiliar with Kraken's Fall, you'll find a Kraken skull mounted on a shipwreck in the Northwest Beach. The clue reads that we must turn due south and walk a bit to hold the treasure in the 2 palms. So let's go underneath the Kraken's head, face south, and walk a bit. And before you know it, we've got the 3rd chest. That was quite a relief. Once we're back on our ship, we can open up the chest and we'll find the last artifact, the Evil Eye. And with all 3 artifacts recovered, we can bring them back to Madame Olivia at Plunder Outpost so she can perform the ritual in hopes to cure Tasha. But wait, before you leave Kraken's Fall, make sure you find the last 2 Dark Brethren journals. And as you might have guessed, you can find them in the locations of lush vegetation scattered throughout the island. The first journal is near the monstrous jaw on the southwest shore, and the second journal is by the highest tree on the south side of the island. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to sail back to Plunder Outpost and deliver the artifacts to Madame Olivia. Make sure all deeds are complete. Everything is complete. Nice.
I foresaw your journey to this place. My work requires solitude. It is hard to say if all you have brought me will prove sufficient. What you are about to witness is by no means an exact art. However, the book's pages harbor no more secrets, so I believe it is time to begin. The ritual is complete, but it will take time for order to emerge from the chaos of recollection. For now, we have done all that we can, and I am truly grateful for your aid.
That makes 2 of us. Maybe I won't end up a bag of bones after all. But what am I supposed to do now?
You have the hardest task of all, Tasha. You must be patient, and trust that Briggsy will be kind to you one last time.
I'll rest for a while, then head back to my tavern. Maybe mopping up spilled grog will keep my mind off things.
For Tasha's sake, I would request that you speak to no one of what you witnessed here. Once Briggsy's memories are revealed, for good or ill, I shall call upon you again.
I really hope you guys enjoyed this new Season 8 adventure. I know I sure did. And if you thought this adventure was amazing, may I suggest our last episode where we took on a running Reaper. We've encountered endless amounts of these Reapers in the past, but these guys just topped the cake, and you can watch that by clicking the video on the screen right now. And until next time, stay foxy.